My best friend and I have played Madlibs since we were kids, and we often play them together as adults on road trips. We're always looking for ways to make them even more interesting and funny, and now that AI art has arrived on the scene, it was a perfect match. So here's how this works. We send each other the words for a Madlib. We then enter those words into our Madlibs, and we run each sentence through MidJourney to create art to go along with it. Then, we get together, share what we created, and hilarity ensues. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games and another episode of MidJourney Madlibs. And with me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How are you doing this evening?
Pink and purple, it seems.
Awesome.
At least that's what the camera shows me.
It's always nice to feel your colors. All right, well, we're not going to waste any time. You guys know how this works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into those Madlibs. We then take those sentences. We run them through MidJourney. We make art. We put those art into slideshows. We show them to each other, and we laugh, and that's the show. And we hope you like it. And if you do like it, look down below the video. There is a button exactly for that. It's a little thumbs up. That's the like button. Click on that. And then if you're clicking on that, you might as well click on the subscribe button because it's right next to it. And if you're doing that, then you might as well click on the notification bell too, because that'll let you know when new videos are posted to my channel. All right, Brent, you are up first tonight. Tell me what you're doing.
It's time for my Madlib, and it is going all the way back to the beginning to Dungeons & Dragons Madlibs. And this is a sampling of Adventurers, Part 1. And you can see a nice sampling here. If you're scratching your nose trying to pick an adventurer, are you really scratching your nose there, Mr. Picker? Anyway, if you're scratching your nose trying to pick an adventurer, here are some withered types that you can choose from. Oh, well, those aren't withered.
They're not withered at all. Oh, now they are.
Better. Much better. Sorry about that.
Okay, this guy that's the second from the left, what is up there? Is it like
I don't
another
know.
Head coming out of his...
I do believe...
And arms? It's kind of what it looks like.
And why is the lower half of him green?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I think... Oh, and he also has two legs going down into 1 foot, which is also interesting.
Oh gosh!
Actually, two.
The other guy over there too.
The guy in the middle has two legs going into 1 foot. The guy just to the right of him has, well, I don't even see a second leg. I just see 1 leg and 1 foot. And then the guy all the way to the right just has a big old monkey foot.
I don't know if they're like stacked on top of each other or I don't know. Fighter, you are strong, cool, and ready to cook.
Okay.
I like this one.
I mean, lots of fighters work in taverns. That makes sense.
Or maybe this could be his kitchen. I mean, he's a Dragonborn.
Well,
their kitchens may be different. Like, is this Grabthar's cousin?
It could be. It could be. What is he cooking? It looks like walnuts or clams. I think it's clams.
Walnuts, maybe. I think he may be churning something too.
Yeah, he's making butter. He's making butter to go on those clams.
You are strong, cool, and ready to cook. You are a master of camping with weapons.
If only we had those type of campers on D&D adventures. Why is he holding flowers?
I don't know. That's why it's here. It's just so weird. He's strong and cool and ready to cook, and he's the master of camping with weapons. I think it combined them or something.
He's camping with weapons. So are his weapons flowers? That's interesting.
Or maybe he has an arsenal in that tent wagon.
He's a warrior for peace. He fights with flowers.
You're a master of camping with weapons and are ready to bake into battle to defend the sweater. So he is ready to bake into battle.
It's such a weird justification. It's such a weird juxtaposition of putting, an armored warrior that's baking this beautiful white cake and decorating.
And it looks like he's using his gauntlet as like the smoother. Mm-hmm. It is quite pretty. It's poignant, and I'm not sure what that is. That gore on his arm, or is that like chocolate syrup.
We're gonna say it's chocolate syrup to keep from being. Oh, actually, you know what? It mirrors the edge of the picture.
The edge
also,
oh yeah. Where is he baking this cake?
the Underdark. It's obvious.
Wizard, you are a bonfire of the arcane arts.
Okay, well, that is not a lie. And most of the wizards we've had in our parties, I imagine that's them all the time because they're just fireball happy.
Well, this is tame compared to the honorable mention, but I just felt like the artwork here was so phenomenal.
It's beautiful.
Your intelligence makes you a comfortable teammate with an interest in finding leaves and scrolls to enhance your power.
She's cheating on her neighbor.
Well, and this picture is not like any of the rest of them, and I think it's why I chose this, because it's kind of like Pride and Prejudice period, but it's whimsical.
I can see like this one, she's like, they're both wizards, so one of them has the book open, she's like, so this leaf is good for this, and the other one's looking over at her book. Look in your own book. Thank you very much.
I don't know, but they share this interest in finding leaves, and now they found them. Cleric, you are a healer and a teacher who harnesses divine hot chocolate.
And I guess he heats it himself with the power of his divinity because it's like glowing from holding in his hands.
And I'm looking at this and I'm realizing his hands are nearly perfect.
Yeah.
The cup has two handles, but I'm okay with that because they're holding them properly.
I've seen cups with two handles, so that doesn't bother me. He looks a bit like Jason Momoa.
A little. Look at this leather.
Mm-hmm. It's
beautifully
designed. It's beautifully tooled.
If you got that commissioned, it would be thousands of dollars.
Mm-hmm.
But we gave it to you for free on MidJourney. I mean, on MidJourney Madlibs. You are often called on by the jack-o'-lanterns you worship to undertake orange quests.
Ew. Now this looks a little bit like the cultist photos that I like making in MidJourney.
The pointed hooded robe thing at first like kind of took me aback, and then I realized that that's occurred in multiple like cultures and dynamics, not just the KKK. So it doesn't make it less sinister though, especially since you can't see their faces.
No, it's very. I don't call this any less sinister. In fact, when I make cult photos, I'm going for sinister. That's the look I'm going for.
Rogue, raking in the shadows, is what you live for.
Well, it's a beautiful picture of a rogue.
This is insanely great. We get the shadows. Maybe she's done raking.
Rake doesn't necessarily mean raking leaves.
Yeah, and that might be why, because a rake is sort of like this dashing type person.
Yeah.
So
in Oracle's context, rake, or short for rake, rake hell, or analogous for a hellraiser, a man who is habituated to immoral conduct, particularly womanizing. Rogues typically are rakish. So.
Wow. So that word was more perfect than I realized. And that's why this picture is so incredible. You're a tummy-stabbing scoundrel. Proud of it.
Yep. And another pretty cool rogue. Although,
yeah,
it looks like a weirdly modern city behind him, which is interesting.
You're right.
A trope in, well, it's not as much of a trope in Dungeons and Dragons as it is in Japanese RPGs, but in video game Japanese RPG tropes, it's very common to find ancient ruins that are actually what's left over of a highly advanced civilization.
Yeah. This is incredible. I love this. So, we have some honorable mentions.
Oh. Okay, so down there at the bottom left, that's the jack-o'-lanterns in orange. That's the cultist, basically. The cultist picture reimagined. Only now they look like spacemen and gospel singers. Spacemen, gospel singers.
To defend the sweater.
Of course. That's a pretty cool sweater, though, I have to admit.
This is great. This would make a great ugly sweater.
It totally would.
Made and put it on a shirt, and we can sell it in the store for ugly sweater Christmas.
Sweaters. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! You know what we could do? That we could actually have a special episode that we put out it doesn't have to be MidJourney Madlibs, but just a special video we put out at Christmas where we design ugly sweaters in MidJourney and then show them to each other, and then we can put them on the merch store.
That's excellent.
We'll do that.
All right, let's see what we got here. Ah,
oh,
yes.
wow.
Wizard, you're a bonfire of the arcane arts.
Okay,
Ignore the hand.
So, well, it's magic. Magic distorts the fingers and stuff. That's a wizard that's in the middle of doing a pretty massive fire spell. Yep,
that's more than fireball. Is there like a scorching wind? Because if there's such a thing as a scorching wind, that's what it would look like.
I'm not sure. I've never looked that high into the arcane spell list because I've never played an arcane spellcaster that high. So
now I want, if it doesn't exist, I want to create a homebrew like level 7 spell or something. We're going to remember that. Okay. Ah, yes. Your intelligence makes you a comfortable teammate with an interest in finding leaves and scrolls to enhance your power.
And shoving them up your sleeves.
Leaves in my sleeves.
I have leaves in my sleeves.
Oh, goodness.
All right. That was cool.
So that is it. Of course, since there's a part 1, there may be a part 2 or 5. You never know. Anyway, Lady Shablagoo will not tell me what she's going to talk about today.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to let her come in and talk to us then. And now, story time with Lady Shablagoo.
Well, Tygrr, it was quite a surprise to me as well. Let me tell you about the most recent escapade that had me laughing like a tickled possum. You see, just the other day, I decided to try my hand at making a fancy souffle. Now, I ain't no professional chef, but I thought it would be a grand idea to whip up a culinary masterpiece that would leave folks talking for weeks. So, armed with a recipe that looked like it had been written by a scientist, I set to work. I separated the egg whites from the yolks with more caution than a cat sneaking past a dog. I whipped those egg whites until they stood at attention, like a regiment of soldiers. And I carefully folded in the other ingredients like I was tucking baby into bed. Feeling as proud as a peacock, I popped that souffle into the oven and watched it rise with anticipation. But here's where the hilarity kicked in, my dear. As that souffle poofed up like a blowfish, I couldn't help but admire its beauty. But just as I was about to take it out of the oven, that souffle let out a mighty sigh and deflated faster than a popped balloon. My! I stood there, staring at that sad excuse for a souffle, wondering what in tarnation had gone wrong. It looked like a crumpled up napkin that had given up on life. Well, bless my heart, I may not have had a picture-perfect souffle, but I wasn't about to let it defeat me. I scooped that deflated masterpiece onto plates and served it up with a flourish, like a magician revealing a trick that didn't quite go as planned. And you know what? Despite that less than impressive appearance, that souffle tasted like a slice of heaven. It was light and fluffy and just melted in your mouth like a cotton candy cloud. So there I was, sitting at the table, enjoying a souffle that looked like it had been through the ringer. Life's full of surprises, my dear, and sometimes the funniest moments come from the most unexpected places. So if you ever find yourself with a deflated souffle or any other mishap, just remember to embrace the laughter and savor the sweetness that life serves up. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that very interesting story, Lady Shablagoo. But it's time for my Madlib now. And my Madlib tonight is called Peace, Love, and Poetry.
Oh.
Peace, Love, and the Pursuit of Lawnmowers by Charmaine.
Okay. That is special.
This is the only one that combined the idea of love with a lawnmower, so I had to choose it. It's just so silly.
Oh, wow. I wonder how you actually mow with that. Where's the motor? Is it in the big heart?
I guess. So teach everyone you meet to vocalize in perfect harmony, which is interesting because you gave me the word vocalize.
That is... And it still gave you that.
I know. It's like, what? I mean, obviously, they're goats of some kind.
And they're holding a stick with something on it, and that one's got a really extreme...
Is it a stick? Is it a stick? I think it's his arm.
I'm just blurring my eyes, pretending I can't see his fist. That's all.
Reach out and embrace a friend or pie hole, or go hug a tree.
Woo! I'm sorry. That got me. Its eyes look like pine needles and arrayed in a circle, sort of. Its eyebrows sort of look like a woolly worm. That was an early prototype for Groot. And they didn't go that direction.
Preach to troglodytes, both big and squirmy, to give peace a chance.
Okay.
There's so much weird crap in this. I could literally spend hours staring at this and find new stuff in it.
Well, there's the double-faced monkey lion. And then there's the, looks, I don't know, some kind of dwarf giant. I know that sounds like an oxymoron.
The dwarf giant.
And then there's that red thing that I just don't know.
Weird.
It could even be part mollusk.
Yeah, like a weird red demon thing on the left. And then there's this blue thing above that I'm not sure what that is exactly. And then all that stuff on the ground, like there's fire and it looks like a cracked earth, and there's mountains in the distance, like weird pointy mountains in the distance. And stop and smell the kumquats, or do a little dance.
Or do both of them together.
Or do both at the same time. Smell the kumquats while doing a dance. Make sure you wear an outfit that matches the bushes that you're dancing in.
Oh, yes. That is very interesting. It's instead of a whole lot of green leaves with little orange bits here and there, it's a lot of orange with a few bits of
little bits of green. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Love your neighbors. Love your friends. Love your settee, too. So much so you just put it out on the street.
I know. Is this like you love it so much that you share it with the neighborhood and block an alley?
Well, you know what they say, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back to you, it was yours to begin with. And love the good old USA. The red, the aubergine, and the blue.
Ooh.
So, would you like a giant plate of completely unidentifiable food?
It's eggplant, right?
I don't know. Is it eggplant? I can't tell. It looks like
maybe it's purple potatoes.
It looks like blue beef jerky with red hots on it, served on a bed of purple rock salt.
Maybe it's those purple potatoes, but they made French fries out of them.
Extend your amygdala in friendship to everyone you meet.
Oh, you've done it for sure. Wow. That is not how I was expecting that word to come out, but I love it.
It's so weird. And I love that it has little lights on it, on all the ends of the little thing, so it's like it's seeking something. You're trying to reach someone with your weird spindly amygdalas, which it's not what they look like, but
well, I think these may be extensions coming out of the brain to meet each other, but that one lady with the blonde hair looks like she's wearing a wig.
Invite a stranger to trounce, or a stray brown pelican home to eat. Meanwhile, everyone looks on like, why is there a pelican eating at the table? And why does it have a hand and it's holding a plate?
Perhaps that's someone on the other side of it.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the pelican's hand holding a plate.
And then there are a lot of strangers over there, though.
Yes, there's a lot of strangers, but yeah. These random acts of hungry hippogriffs will put a smile on your face.
Wow.
I don't know how to describe it, but there's something about the plate that messes with my perception. I feel like my brain wants to flip it upside down. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. I didn't see that until you said so. And then
yeah, it's weird. It messes with it. It's strange. But that's one of the reasons I included it. But also, it's just funny.
Yeah.
Feed me. And they'll flippantly transform Narnia into a better place.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Simple. So where's Peter?
Yeah, I don't know. It's simple. It's pretty. It looks like it's watercolor, like painted with watercolor. It's gorgeous. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready for some honorable mentions?
Sure.
Here's one. This is teach everyone you meet to vocalize in perfect harmony, even if your guitar is broken.
That is more along the lines of what I would have expected instead of those goat things. This is great. I love this.
And here's the next one. This is reach out and embrace a friend or a pie hole or go hug a tree. Or, make out with a tree. That same thing.
Well, maybe that's where the little hand face is.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with
that's
this.
Hilarious.
He also, MidJourney has been doing so good with hands. It's been doing so good with hands, but occasionally it still messes them up. And
yeah,
this is an
I
example.
know. Because clearly his pinky has been chopped off, but he doesn't have a nub. He needs a nub.
No, it's not even a nub. He just has 3 fingers. He was born with 3 fingers. We're going to go with that. Damn it, MidJourney. You had one job. Draw a hand.
Which one is this?
This is the same prompt. Reach out and embrace a friend, a pie hole, or go hug a tree. So it basically took hands and turned them into a tree.
It's
an interesting art thing. Like, if someone did a sculpture of hands and did a tree like this with white on one side and dark on the other, I would think it was awesome.
Yeah, like it you could use like mannequin fingers or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is extending your amygdala in friendship to everyone you meet.
That is very, very clever. And so
this poor little lonely kid, and the little creepy brain is coming to make friends with him, and it's extending his amygdala down to him. Saying, "Come be friends with me."
Oh wow! So
I won't kill you in your sleep and take you away to my home planet.
So I was thinking that this was the kid who's standing there's amygdala, and he's like holding it like a balloon.
Hungry hippogriffs.
I love it. That looks like some cereal. That looks like a cereal box right there.
It's so cute. He has such a funny face. I love it.
I could see this being, Potter themed cereal in the Wizarding World. Hungry hippogriffs and like cinnamon pasties and I don't know,
And that is it. That's the end of my Madlib for the evening. All right, that is going to do it for tonight's episode of MidJourney Madlibs. Thank you guys for coming by. Thank you, Brent, for hosting with me. That was fun. These were great. And don't forget to go down below the video and click on the like button. And click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell. And we'll see you guys next time. Woo!
Like and subscribe. No. Like and subscribe. Like and prescribe. No. Like and subscribe. Yeah.